Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear grade 12 students in Qatar Technical School, hello and welcome back to a new English lesson. Our lesson for today is from Unit 3, Events, and this is the second lesson, which is under the title of Sequence, and this is part 1. So please open your course books, page 22, and let's get started. Our learning objectives for today. Number 1, use new vocabulary about aerospace and mechanics. Number 2, locate specific information through reading a text. And number 3, use linkers correctly. Dear students, I want you now to go to your course books, page 22, and have a look at the following vocabulary. The first one,
Jettison engine.
next,
Attitude control engine.
next,
Crew capsule.
number 4,
Parachute.
and the last one.
Launch abort system.
Now let's have a look at each word or phrase and its function or what it means. The first one, Jettison engine. It is an engine used to push the crew capsule away from the LAS. The attitude control engine, it controls the ascent and transition of the vehicle. Crew capsule is a cabin where the crew stays in during their journey into space. A parachute is a device used to slow the motion of an object through an atmosphere by creating drag. And finally, the launch abort system, a crew safety system connected to a space capsule used to quickly separate the capsule from its launch vehicle rocket in case of a launch abort emergency. Dear students, in this picture, there are 5 figures that you are going to be introduced to. So let's have a look at each one and its name. Figure number 1, this is called the launch abort system. Figure number 2 is the abort engine solid fuel. Figure number 3 is the attitude control engine. Figure number 4 is the Jettison engine, and figure number 5 is the parachutes. Dear students, now let's try to match each of the following 5 pictures with their names. We have the words parachute, crew capsule, attitude control engine, Jettison engine, and the launch abort system. You can pause the video before you check your answers. Thank you so much. Now please check your answers. This is the parachute, the crew capsule, attitude control engine, the Jettison engine, and the last one is the launch abort system. Well done. Thank you. Dear students, now let's do exercise number 3 from your course books, page 22. What you have to do is to match each part with its function. The parts, as you can see, are Jettison engine, protective cover, attitude control engine, and the abort engine. Now you can pause the video, read the functions, and try to match the part with its function. Thank you so much. Now let's check your answers. The Jettison engine, it pushes the crew capsule away from the LAS. Number 2, protective cover, it prevents hot exhaust from burning the crew. Number 3, attitude control engine, it stabilizes the LAS with the crew capsule and makes it point in the right direction. Last one, abort engine. It pushes the LAS with the crew capsule away from the spacecraft. Well done. Dear students, now we will move to our second objective in our lesson for today. And here, this is related to reading. So please go to your students' books again, page 22, and do exercise number 5. Exercise number 5 says, practice your speed reading. Look for the information you need on the speed search pages 116, 117. Try to be first to answer these questions. Let's have a look at the questions. How long is the LAS? Question number 2. What is the length of the crew capsule? Number 3. How quickly can the LAS reach its maximum speed? And number 4. What pressure can astronaut experience during ejection? Now you can have a look at this table and find the answers. Pause the video and come back to check your answers. Thank you so much. Now let's check your answers. The first one is 13.36 meters. The second one is 2.64 meters. Third one, the speed is 3 seconds. And the last one is 11 GS. Well done. Dear students, in order to help you do the exercise that is in your workbooks, page 15, exercise number 2, which is about linkers, you have to be familiar with linkers. So, linkers are words or phrases that we use to link. Link means connect or join ideas based on the relationship between clauses. For example, we have 2 clauses here. It was raining, I stayed at home. So, what was the result of raining? The answer is, I stayed at home. So we can make the sentence in the following way. It was raining, so I stayed at home. Or, it was raining, therefore I stayed at home. As you can see, there are different kinds of linkers. So here we have a list of some of them. Number 1, cause and effect linkers. We use because, so, accordingly, and so on. Number 2, linkers of comparison. Similarly, likewise, equally, in the same way. Number 3, linkers of contrast. But, however, yet, and so on. Linkers of time is number 4. We use once, at once, immediately, and so on. Number 5, we have linkers of addition. And, also, even, again, moreover, and so on. Number 6, linkers of giving examples. For example, such as, for instance. And number 7, linkers of sequence. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, and so on. Dear students, based on the linkers that we have just talked about and studied, I want you now to go to your workbooks, page 15, and do exercise number 2. Underline the correct linkers for describing the launch of the space shuttle. Now, the first one is already made for you. What you have to do is to pause the video, then come back to check your answers. Now you can see whether your answers are correct or not. Then, when, as soon as, after. Number 6, also after. Number 7, however. And number 8, and the last, now. Well done. Dear students, here we have a summary for our lesson for today. In this lesson, we learned a new vocabulary related to space. Also, we found specific information through reading a text. And finally, we discussed some linkers and their use. Dear students, I hope that you enjoyed the lesson. Please log on to your Microsoft Teams account and try to do the quiz. And remember that you have 24 hours to submit your answers. That's all for today. Goodbye.